We have 4 fights, 4 great fights. The main fight on the night is Kyle Yousaf, who's doing a 6-rounder. 8 fights, 8 wins, 3 by stoppage. Great fighter from Sheffield, from the Ingle gym. I'd like to introduce Kyle first to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank Ryan for allowing me to be on this show, because this wouldn't be possible without Ryan, so, thank you. I've had 8 professional fights now, undefeated. It'll be my 9th fight next week. I've had training camp's been going really well, been training really hard. Us fighters, we train 8 to 10 weeks before a fight. And, it all boils down to one day, and that one day is next Friday. And, that's all it boils down to. And with that, I want everyone from the show remembering my name and remembering the fighter I am and the skills that I've got. I've got a great team around me with Dominic Ingle. He's a top trainer. He's guided a few world champions. And, I've got my dad and uncle that have supported me all my career. And, without their help, I wouldn't be where I am. And, they're hands-on with everything out of the ring. And that leaves me focused to do a job in the ring. And, I'll be 100% determined and committed to do a job. I fight out of the flyweight division. Within 2 or 3 fights, once I've got a little bit more experience behind me, I'll be taking over the division, and everyone will get to know me, and they'll know the fighter I am, and I want to see you all on Friday night. Thank you.
Kyle, I might nice to see you again. You're 8-0. It's great having an undefeated record, but I just wondered, does that bring a pressure on you the more you ramp them up, or does that not part of your psyche?
I've had 8 fights now, but I'm willing to have 2 more fights, and 100% after Christmas I'm gonna step my game up and mark a name on this division.
How are you gonna do that?
By fighting the fighters that are out there in Britain. So there's the Louis Normans, there's Ian Butcher. They're all out there, and when the time's right, I'm gonna destroy them all.
It's a 6-rounder, isn't it? Yours,
It's a 6-rounder. I don't know what it is, but I leave that to the team. My job is to go in the ring and just do what I got to do.
Are you chomping at the bit to do more rounds?
I'm ready. I just go into train. So if they say to me do 6 rounds, I'll do 6 rounds. Whatever the team says, I do.
I think Kyle at this stage now is ready. Like he just said, he's chomping at the bit. 8 fights, 8 wins, 3 KOs. The weight division that Kyle's in, there's not many around Britain, so and Kyle's got the ability. I've seen him his last 3 fights I've been to the shows. I've watched him, and each time he's improving. So he's ready now for titles, and I believe I think super flyweight. I think flyweight we're gonna have another champion out there.
What's your peer group? Who do you work with closest, other than Dom at the Ingles? Who are the people that you identify with, want to be like, copy, whatever?
I look up to my dad and uncle because I've seen them from day one. They've worked hard, and I want to do the same thing. So if there's a role model to look up to, it's my dad and uncle.
Okay, are there any boxers whose style there that you mirror? Or?
Obviously there's Floyd Mayweather in there that I really look up to. There's great fighters from our own gym. There's Kell Brook, there's Barry Howard that I speak to every single day. I watch every single day, and I spar with nearly every day with Barry. So I learn a lot from him, and I always speak to him after the sessions, and talk to him about what I can learn and what I can do right, and he's always there to tell me.
Okay. Let's go back to Kyle for a sec. The name Naz has come up twice here. Got a bit of a mixed reputation. Brilliant fighter, but not everybody likes him in the city. And I just wondered what sort of legacy he has left at the Ingles. In other words, do people even bother talking about him anymore? Is he the name on everybody's lips? Do people fondly talk about him, or is it an individual thing?
No, he is actually the name still in the gym. Like, people come and they can see all cameras and stuff now, and it's to kill. But the person before that, all they talk about is Naseem Ahmed, and they said when Naseem Ahmed's time, they said you should have seen Winkerbank gym then. So all they do actually talk about, and the main guy was Prince Naseem, really and truly. He's the one who elevated the Ingle name to a different level. So yeah, we all actually still do talk about him, and we do talk good about him.
Even Brendan.
Even Brendan.